All right, investors. Dave here from Is the Bottom In? Today, we're diving deep into a tech titan that's been making waves, Adobe, ticker ADB. After some choppy waters, everyone's asking, has this creative powerhouse found its floor? So, why the recent jitters around Adobe? A big part of the story revolves around the elephant in the room, AI. Investors are constantly weighing how rapidly evolving AI-native tools and increased competition might impact Adobe's dominance in its core creative and document segments, sometimes overshadowing their solid execution. For those new to the show, let's quickly break down what Adobe does. They're a diversified software giant, split into three main segments. Digital media, which is home to the mighty Creative Cloud and Document Cloud, serving everyone from artists to business pros. Digital experience, helping businesses optimize customer interactions. And finally, publishing and advertising. Essentially, if you create, publish, or manage digital content, Adobe is likely behind it. Now, for the main event, our scenario analysis for ADBE. We've crunched the numbers to give you a clearer picture of where this stock could be heading. We see a fair value range from $334.21 to $492.52, with a weighted average landing us around $416.88. First up, our base case, which we give a 50% probability. This scenario assumes Adobe continues its leadership stride, benefiting from sustained subscription growth across Creative and Document Clouds. Those solid Q2 FY25 numbers with 11% revenue growth and 13% non-GAAP EPS growth really back this up. We're looking at a steady PE of 23x on a forward EPS of $17.59, putting our fair value here at $404.57. This is the business-as-usual, keep executing scenario. Then we have our bull case with a 30% probability. This is where Adobe truly shines. Imagine them significantly outperforming, turbocharging their AI monetization, expanding market share like crazy, and getting a big re-rating from investors. If that happens, with a more optimistic PE of 28x on that same forward EPS, we could see ADBE soar to $492.52. That's where investor confidence really ramps up, pushing it closer to those 52-week highs. And finally, the bear case, accounting for a 20% probability. This is our what-if scenario. Picture a broader economic slowdown, or maybe intense competition from new AI solutions really putting pressure on Adobe. If growth concerns mount and the PE contracts to a more conservative 19x, our fair value drops to $334.21. This scenario also considers the technical risk if key support levels fail. Shifting gears to the charts, what are they whispering? Right now, ADBE is in a technical holding pattern, chilling just above a critical support level at $330. This suggests the market is trying to figure things out, digesting all the recent news and valuations. If that $330 level holds, we could see it consolidate and potentially push higher. But, and this is a big but, if it breaks, the charts could signal further downside, potentially testing $275 or even $140, though our bear case puts the fundamental floor higher. We're watching that 330 line like a hawk. So, is the bottom in? For Adobe, based on our weighted scenario analysis pointing to a fair value around $416.88 and considering it's holding above critical $330 support, I'd say the foundational elements are strong. The current consolidation offers a potentially interesting entry for long-term investors. While significant downside risks exist if the $330 level fails or macro conditions worsen, our analysis suggests the stock has more upside potential than downside from its current holding pattern if it continues to execute on its AI strategy and core business. If you're looking to dip your toes in, based on our analysis, the area around the current holding pattern above $330 looks like a zone of interest. Strong conviction buys could consider accumulating between $335 and $350, with potential to add on strength towards the base case target of $404.57. All right, bottom seekers, that's our deep dive into Adobe. If you found this analysis helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments, do you think the bottom is in for ADBE? Your thoughts matter. As always, folks, remember this is not financial advice. I'm just a guy with a camera sharing my analysis. Investing involves risk, and you could lose money. Always do your own research, consult with a financial professional, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only.